Hello. So today I want to talk to you about Hero Villain Battle Royale, the card game. So yes, I've been making a card game. Why am I making a card game? Maybe many of you think of me as a writer of game books, but I actually really like board games. And for many years I used to be a DM. And maybe this is one of the reasons why I like writing these stories and creating these game mechanics and these story-like environments and, game books in general. Nowadays, I've rediscovered this passion. I mean, maybe for a number of years I wasn't playing as much as earlier, but yes, I've been playing more board games. And then I decided, why not make one based on Hero and Villain series? And yes, okay, this is also probably sometimes part of the reason why I'm not making as much progress on my games is because some weekends now I have been playing a bit more. But anyway, what has been happening? I actually maybe started making this game about 2 years ago. I think it must have been about 2 years ago. And for the last year, I was been doing a bit of playtesting using some simple cards I put together and printed. The rules are largely written, and what I'm currently doing together with some friends is we're in the process of polishing them further, tightening the writing in the cards, etc. And here you can see the cards that I've been using for playtesting. They're not as good as the one I'm going to show you in the next slides, but you can see what the back and front of the cards looks like. What will the game be like? Well, a game I've played a lot in the last few years is Exploding Kittens, and I've often wanted to play something that was similar to Exploding Kittens, i.e. fast, which can be finished in 10-15 minutes and which feels like a bit of a duel if you want. I also like other games like Coup or Citadels, and I like this idea of having secret roles inside the game and this idea of bluffing and who you are or something like this. I'm also considering having a second set of rules to turn this card game into something more similar to a board game actually, and possibly incorporating some sort of ideas like from the kind of King of Tokyo, if any of you have played it. And how do the cards look like? Well, I've gone beyond the initial cards, the playtesting cards, and I've asked a friend of mine who's a designer to actually come up with the next iteration of what the cards might look like. And here you can see three of the cards of three of the different characters you can play: Blade Master, Lannister, or Steel Aeronaut, and the different power sets that they have within the game. So I think the cards look very nice, to be honest. And well, as you can see, also I've commissioned some new artwork and asked my artist Tiffany yet to give color to some of the artwork she'd done for some of the other games. What will happen next? Well, I'm getting these cards printed. I want to do some more playtesting to make sure that the writing description of the cards is easy to understand by everybody. Polishing the rules a bit further, and then maybe asking people to read the rules and then explain the rules to people. And maybe then develop a new player mode for the game with a board, as I said earlier. This is all things I'm currently thinking about. How to eventually get the game? I'm planning to do what many people do nowadays and do a Kickstarter. I have already made some connections with game distributors, so hopefully that means that I'll be able to ship the game to people who live in different parts of the world and it won't be too expensive to get. I'm hoping to further disseminate news through, as usual, my Facebook channel here, Choice of Games Forum, etc. So if you're interested in this, please stay tuned. There'll be more news in the coming months. And have I forgotten about my other game books? No, I haven't forgotten. Just I never get as much time as I want to work on them. Last few months were more busy than expected. However, after making this video, hopefully I can finally manage to restart working on these games, and hopefully in the coming months you might actually see the first demo for Hero or Villain Armageddon. So, yep, stay tuned.